Hello guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be taking this 2021 BMW M440 on a POV test drive, and I'll basically tell you what I exactly think about this M440. This one is the X Drive and it only comes in X Drive, but let's go ahead and take it on a test drive and see how it does. Alright, so driving this BMW M440, it's so quiet in here, and of course it's expected from a BMW. It's a luxury brand, so it has to be very quiet in here. Interior looks very nice. It is very similar to the 3 Series or the M340 that I test drove, but everything just feels very high quality. The steering wheel is nice and thick. It's actually super thick. It's so nice. Leather feels amazing, very high quality, not any normal leather, just has like basically a better feeling leather, and everything just feels honestly really nice. Love the ambient lighting, and it's getting a little bit dark, so you guys could see a little bit of the lighting right here inside of this M440. Definitely this car doesn't have any issues getting up to speed. So under the hood they're going to be a 3.0 i6, and of course it's a turbocharged 3.0, very responsive, and it's connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Super responsive, very quick, and I'm just honestly loving the way how this transmission shifts. Right now it's in comfort mode, so everything is nice and calm. Once you put it in sport mode, the exhaust valves open up and the car just becomes a different beast. Let's go ahead and downshift. Yeah, definitely the paddle shifters are actually very responsive, and the transmission just shifts so fast. Very comfortable on the highway cruising. Doesn't even feel like a car that has a lot of horsepower and torque. But talking about the horsepower and torque, this car has 382 horsepower and 369 feet of torque. Super responsive. And this M440 actually has the mild hybrid system. Basically it's a 48-volt battery. It helps with acceleration, and basically it fills the turbo lag gap, so you don't get that turbo lag when you accelerate, and it actually recharges when you apply the brakes, so it does have the regenerative braking system. Let's go ahead and put it in sport mode. And this car actually sounds really good when you put it in sport mode. that valves open up when you put it in sport mode, and it's probably really hard to hear it over the camera, but honestly in person it sounds so good. This car is really fun. Let's go ahead and put it back in comfort mode. Again guys, on the highway it's very quiet. There is barely any noise that is coming inside of this cabin. There's a little bit around the mirror, but it's not that loud. Very, very quiet, and it handles very good. And it kind of, I felt like the tail of the car basically just kicked out a little bit around that corner right there. So I'm pretty sure that you could have a lot of fun with this M440. Super fun to drive, it sounds amazing, and it looks really good. A lot of people don't really like the front look of the car, but honestly if you come and see it in person, I'm pretty sure you're gonna change your mind, because this car honestly looks amazing in person. But anyways, the horsepower numbers are 22 in the city, 31 highway, and 25 combined, and I think those numbers are pretty good for a 382 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque. So I just love the fact that with that amount of horsepower you're getting very good MPGs. And let's go ahead and put it back in sport mode without using the paddle shifters. The car is very responsive no matter what miles per hour you're doing. Once you put your foot down, super responsive. But something I really wish that this M440 had a little bit more crackle noise and pops from the exhaust would have been amazing. Just like the M230 that I drove, it had so many pops and crackles from the 2.0 turbocharged 4-cylinder that it had. And this one, I really wish it had more, but still, it sounds amazing. Super comfortable, and the steering wheel is nice and direct. It's a little bit on the lighter side, but it's actually very direct. Let's go ahead and put it back in comfort. Everything just calms down. You won't hear the noises that are coming out from the speaker, the fake noises that most of the cars nowadays have. So there is a good amount of that fake noise that is coming from the speakers, but the engine overall sounds amazing. The exhaust setup, the engine setup, everything is just beautiful in this M440. And honestly, if I had the money, I would definitely go for this one. There is actually a good amount of space in the back of this coupe. You would think that a coupe like this won't have that much of space, but honestly it does. For the M440, you only can get it in X-Drive, you can't get it in rear-wheel drive, and you could actually only get it in this 8-speed automatic transmission. You're not going to be able to get it in manual. A lot of people are probably upset that you can't get it in manual, but it is what it is. But I really wish that BMW actually offered manual. It would at least be fun. But not a lot of people are buying manuals nowadays, so that's why a lot of companies are staying away from manuals and not making them. But back there, right underneath the bridge, that X-Drive system gripped really good, and not even a wheel spin from any wheel, which was very, very impressive. Some systems usually are a front bias and then the rear kicks in, and it gets super complicated. But in this M440, everything just gripped really good, no spinning at all from any wheel, which was very impressive. So for the screen is an 8.8-inch touchscreen, super responsive, and I love their system. I think this is the i7, and it does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and they are actually wireless. But let's go ahead and try to see if we could go back to the dealership using the system. Take me back to BMW in North Haven.
I have found several destinations. Which one should I select?
Number 1.
I unfortunately don't have the phone number of New Country BMW. Should I start the guidance?
Yes.
Let's go. Continue on the road for half a mile.
This is actually the wrong one, but I did say 1. Take me to BMW in North Haven, Connecticut.
I have found several destinations. Which one should I select? Turn left onto South Elm Street.
Okay, so it's kind of responsive, or maybe it's me, I don't know. But anyways, it does work, and that's pretty good. So that's what matters, probably just because of my accent. But anyways, the navigation, the screen itself, everything is nice and responsive. Love the way how it looks, and it's integrated very good into the dash.
In 900 feet, turn left.
Let's go ahead and end the navigation.
In 700.
End navigation.
I've ended the guidance.
So it's nice and responsive. It does understand what you're talking about, so that's of course good. I'm pretty sure it's gonna work probably if I try it one more time, but I'm not gonna even bother. But guys, seriously, driving this BMW, it drives very nice and quiet, super responsive. It feels a little bit heavy when you accelerate, but once you put your foot down, it gets going. There is barely any lag from the turbos, and the shutoff, the engine shutoff, is very smooth. It's not weird, and it's not jerky. It's super nice and quiet, super smooth, and I really like about that in this BMW. The ambient lighting looks amazing, and overall, guys, this car actually is very nice. You could close this if you want to. And let's go ahead and see the lights. Very, very bright. This thing sounds so good. It's like the pops and crackles are there, but I really wish it was tuned a little bit more for them to be more, to be able to hear them a little bit more. And it does have the lane keep assist. The brakes are really good in this BMW. Let's see if we could do a quick. I did brake boost it for a little bit, but at first there is a very good amount of turbo lag, but once the car gets going, you get shoved back into the seat like crazy. This car is, all I can say, this car is a bullet, and sounds good, drives good, and it has all the nice safety features you want. This car is definitely fun to drive in sport mode. Alright, let's go ahead and put it back. Let's actually go ahead and put it in eco mode. The car just becomes very nice and quiet, and the throttle becomes heavy, which is expected, of course, when you put any car in eco mode. There is barely any noise coming from the speakers, but you definitely could hear that fake noise. But guys, definitely this car is so fun to drive. In eco mode, it just becomes very, very quiet, and you can't hear anything. Let's go ahead and see the windows real quick. They're not double-sided windows, or they're not acoustic, but they are very quiet. Like, once you close the windows, everything just becomes very quiet in this BMW, and I just love, honestly, everything about this BMW. So guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. I would like to thank Brittany here at BMW in North Haven. If you guys are interested, and if you guys are around, make sure to come check them out. I'm gonna go ahead and put their information and link in the bottom of this video. And if you guys would like to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and as always, I'll see you next time.